not everyone processes information in the same way. At one level, we react from impulse. Is it good? Bad? Am I being threatened? Is it safe? At another level, we process through belonging. Does this align with my group? Is this what my group thinks? Is it safe to think something different than what my group thinks? At another level, we analyze logically. Is the argument coherent? Does it make sense? To me, at an even deeper level, we analyze systems. What are the interacting variables? What incentives are shaping this? Going even deeper, we analyze the patterns behind the interactions themselves. Each one of these levels is real. Each of them has value, but they're not interchangeable. When someone is operating at a systemic level, engaging with someone operating at a level of belonging, there's friction because they are solving for different things. One is solving for structural truth, and the other is solving for social stability. Neither person thinks they're doing that consciously, but that's what's happening. So one person says, here is how incentives are producing these outcomes, and the other person is hearing, you're destabilizing my argument, my position, my social group, my social standing, and that creates a mismatch. As processing becomes more complex, it includes more perspectives. Impulse gets included. Belonging gets included. Logic gets included. But when someone encounters a level that includes more variables than they're used to holding, it can feel destabilizing. Not because of a sense of superiority, but because that complexity is a heavy load to bear. Not everyone wants heavier conversations in casual spaces, and that's normal. The problem isn't preference. The problem is dismissal of complexity. There's a body of work in developmental psychology that maps this progression. It shows that humans can move from egocentric processing to group-centric to rule-based reasoning to systemic thinking to a sense of meta-awareness. And that isn't a ranking of worth, that's a description of cognitive bandwidth. And when you understand that, discourse makes more sense. People aren't always arguing facts. They're operating from different levels of cognitive organization. The real question is, who is smarter? It's how many people and perspectives can you hold at the same time without collapsing into defensiveness. Can you recognize a sense of belonging and an instinct of in-group versus the other within yourself? Can you notice when your ego wants to shrink down something that's more complex than you're willing to engage with? Can you engage with that structure without interpreting it as hierarchy? And that's developmental growth. That's not dominance. That's a capacity for understanding. When someone says something is pseudo-intellectual, when someone defaults to that's just not the vibes, when someone experiences structure and clarity as arrogance, when a disagreement feels personal, often what's happening is a mismatch in processing depth. Not evil, not stupidity, just a mismatch. Once you see that, you can stop reacting and start diagnosing. The goal isn't to climb above everyone. It's to expand our own range. To be able to engage impulse, engage belonging, engage logic, and understand systems without being owned by any of them. That's the mature outlook on things. Not aesthetic superiority, not performative intelligence, just expanded capacity. And that is where we continue to grow and evolve. If you liked this video, feel free to like this video. If you'd wish to subscribe, I suggest you do that. There's a button for it. I appreciate you, and until next time, take care.